I need you to trust me. One last time.
Wow.
Bang, bang, bang.
Wow.
Come on. Thank you so much for taking us through that, because you kind of start to see just how incredible this journey has been.
So if you haven't seen Mission Impossible, you're probably thinking, whoa, that's a hectic trailer for one movie. But it is spliced with a couple of old segments from the movies coming as far back as 1996.
How many buildings have they destroyed along the way, man? How many airplanes, buildings, motorbikes, bad guys?
How many bones has Tom Cruise broken? Because he does the stunts himself.
It's crazy. And that opening shot there, you saw him hanging onto a plane. Not the first time he's done that. But that's actually shot in Mpumalanga. So they come to Cape Town, they come to South Africa for this filming.
And he likes to spend his money here, which is great. He likes to invest in the areas where he goes. And he was
It's crazy. I don't think I've, out of all the movies I've reviewed so far this year, I feel like most of them have had a scene at least in Cape Town, South Africa.
Right?
It's very
cool.
I
love that they're adding to the entertainment budget in South Africa. What do you call it? The economy.
Yes.
You know what?
The GDP,
Money.
baby, the GDP. So break it down for us. So this is being touted as that one final time we must trust Ethan.
I feel like it hasn't been fully confirmed, but the way they handle it, with the care they give it, it definitely does feel like this is the final part. We also have to keep in mind that Tom Cruise is 62 years old.
He looks
still young. He's fine. He's
I know. He has a scene in there where he's fighting in his brookie, and it makes you think that, he's still got it. He's still got a good couple of years in him.
Right.
But you have to keep in mind that Mission Impossible, he takes about 5 years to film one movie. So for him, the next time he could possibly put another one out is maybe 68 years old.
Yeah, well, look, his role might define, and we've seen actors in Hollywood who have, look, he's got unlimited resources as well, which I think makes a difference when looking after yourself. But he's just so clever, but I love the fact that this feels like a self-indulgence on his part that we all get to benefit from. Because no one else would go there. No one else would spend the kind of money that, and it's his money. He creates these films, he does the stunts, he creates stunts that no one has ever seen before.
I think some of the stunts he's done in this movie, like for sure, I think there could have been things in his editing that cut this movie down, because this movie is 3 hours long.
Sure.
Keep that in mind. You don't need a drink when you go into the cinema to watch this movie, because you'll be running in between. There's no way you can keep it together, Graham. Hey, another year.
have your little pouch, if you will, man. You've got to do what you've got to do. So, can you break it down? Just set the premise.
Okay, so basically, if you've watched Dead Reckoning, which is the part 1 of this film, it sets us up in a world where AI is about to take over, and that's how we start this film. It is on Ethan to go and save the world and stop AI from killing humanity and nuking us. Everybody. Everybody's at risk here.
What in the iRobot? Okay.
Well, I mean, who else is going to do it? I think Ethan has to step up for this one, because I can't imagine anyone else being able to save the world.
100%. Even Angela Bassett, who is the president of the US. If only she made it into the selection.
I know.
But she does a great job, and she sort of calls on him. She's like, you're our last hope. And it's amazing. I enjoyed it.
Oh, I can imagine. It's a full circle moment. And you think of how many, along the production journey, how many people's careers have been launched. I think of the likes of Ving Rhames and Simon Pegg, who had profiles, but were able to take a step up to another level entirely within Tinseltown because of the platform.
I love Simon Pegg. I mean, you have him in Shaun of the Dead and that whole Cornetto trilogy, and then you just see him just build himself up in this space. And it's amazing when you get to see actors like that sort of do that transition.
100%.
And there's a lot of new actors as well. I think that's maybe one of the critiques of this movie, is that there are so many talented actors that hardly get any screen time, because they all just get a little snippet, like characters like Hannah Waddingham. Amazing actress, but you only see her for 5 minutes. And you're like,
hey, but you've now been in a Cruise film, and you've got that connection. So
That
I
gives
think,
you all the credit you need. I love that.
Is this going to raise a new fear for all of us? Are we all going to be terrified about what AI can potentially
100%.
do?
So this is a scene where he's gone to find a submarine at the bottom of the ocean.
Of course.
It is intense. I'm gonna tell you that, because you saw that one scene. I don't feel like I'm spoiling too much, where he's on the top of the ice, but facing the other way, and he's stark naked in the ice cold water. So the fact that he's doing these things for himself, this man.
And the crazy thing is, you know then he is at the bottom of the ocean in a submarine, if that's what he says he's doing, which is mind-blowing. Thank you, girl, for putting yourself through that on our behalf. But before we wrap up, let's hear what some of the cast had to say about this filming process and what, yes, seems like the explosive final chapter.
Ooh.
It is it's an epic story, visual. It has great drama, emotion, and action. It is made, designed, and built for the theatrical experience. Seeing it from my earlier films, seeing it from other people's perspective is always very interesting. So I do discover new things about it. You make the movie, and believe me, when we're making the movie, we're spending it's the hours in the editing room, the mixing stages, the sound stage. I mean, everything on the making the movies. And then as time goes on, you go back and you do discover things about it. When you see what Christopher McQuarrie has done in terms of wrapping all of these films into this film, hearing and seeing his perspective and hearing how he experienced those films and what they mean to him and how it informs this film, it's always very fascinating.
Listen, because it was made for the big screen, for the IMAX screen, shot in IMAX, and made for the largest audience that we can assemble. Just get ready to hang on to your seats. Your heart's going to be pumping. Absolutely. It's just mind-blowing. So get ready. But you already know. Fans already know what to expect.
It would be very hard for anybody to do this kind of thing alone. It's a huge team effort, and it's not just me and Tom. It's a crew we've been working with on these two movies for over 7 years. Some of these people that we've been working with go back even longer than that, and you couldn't do it without an amazing team. We put together quite a good bunch over the years.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. The stakes are high. The stunts are true as you see them. And I'm personally so excited to see this last installment of Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible.
Well, I can see Mama Joyce and Raul going at it in the kitchen. Why? Because steamed bread. And I rode the steamed bread all the way to a reality cooking show, my friends. It is that good, and you can see them getting to terms with the fact it is so simple to make, but yes, you've got to adhere to a few things, but once you get that right, you will not stop making steamed bread for the rest of your life. It is amazing. So cannot wait to taste the results this morning.